Ha guys, let's get more news about Warriors, but first don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Massive trade proposal sees Warriors land $90 million. Rival star forward the Golden State Warriors are expected to be one of the more active teams ahead of the NBA trade deadline this year. Golden State is looking to bring in more firepower alongside star guard Steph Curry and Draymond Green to give themselves a better chance come playoff time. The Warriors believe that another title run is well within reach if they can complement the stars with more talent. Golden State has been rumored to be looking at the possibility of landing star Jimmy Butler from the Miami Heat, but a trade for Butler could cost Golden State a ton of assets and he has had his own injury concerns of late. It's clear that the Warriors feel they need more scoring and this could have them turn towards the LLY Washington Wizards in the Eastern Conference. Washington has been a hot team around trade rumors this season, with the team potentially dangling a few assets. One name that could pique the interest of the Warriors is former Los Angeles Lakers forward Kyle Kuzma. Here is what a deal could look like between the two teams. Warriors receive forward Kyle Kuzma and center Jonas Balanis. Wizards receive forward Andrew Wiggins, center Kevin Looney, forward Lindy Waters, a 2025 first-round draft pick and a 2031 second-round draft pick. Why Golden State does this? The Warriors would land two dynamic players who could make them much more formidable going forward. Golden State lacks size and adding Valanciunas would certainly help. That the big center has been playing very well for the Wizards this season and has been a hot name on the trade block. Valanciunas is also on a team-friendly deal making around $10 million per season over the next couple of years. Additionally, adding a player like Kuzma could help the scoring for this team. Kuzma brings defensive toughness and rebounding to the table. The veteran forward has stepped up his overall game in recent years and would bring more championship experience to the table. Kuzma is also on a much more friendly deal than Wiggins, having his annual salary decrease in each of the next few years. Why Washington does this? As for the Wizards, they land a forward and Wiggins who they can either choose to pair with guard Jordan Poole or they can flip him this off-season. Wiggins still has 2 more years remaining on his current deal with a $30 million player option in the final season. Wiggins is still under 30 years old and could give the Wizards an electric scoring wing on the year. He is averaging 17.4 points, 4.1 rebounds and 2.3 assists per game. The former number 1 overall pick is also shooting 44.3% from beyond the three-point line this year, currently a career high for himself. They would also land an extra draft pick for the loaded 2025 draft class as the Wizards look to fully rebuild their roster. Backup Warriors John Jenkins shares intriguing post amid trade rumors. Golden State Warriors forward Jonathan Kuminga has been an NBA trade rumor favorite for some time now. His name has often been linked to speculations about a potential transaction that would get him out of the Bay Area. So far, however, Kuminga remains a Warrior. Still, many eyes are on Kuminga's situation, with fans closely monitoring his moves on and off the court. Take for example his social media post on Sunday night on Instagram, in which he shared a photo slide that he captioned with mere sign emojis. Kuminga's post could be nothing more than a simple flex on social media, but in any case, fans can't seem to stop reacting to it. What does that caption mean? An Instagram user said, "You broke the net, bro," said another fan who was referring to the Kuminga causing the start of the Warriors meeting with the Minnesota Timberwolves at Target Center in Minneapolis to be delayed. Another fan meanwhile seems to be already embracing the idea of Kuminga's Golden State departure. "JK, I will miss you. You will be a star elsewhere. Get ready to learn." Miami chimed in. Another commenter, "I hope the Dubs resign." You shared another Instagram user a different comment read, "I know Kerr is unfair to you, but we will always support you, the future young master of the Warriors. The mid-range accuracy must be improved and the shots must be made bravely." The 22-year-old Kuminga has no guaranteed contract beyond the 2024-2 NBA season, which he is playing on a 1-year $7.64 million team option that the Warriors picked up in October. It remains to be seen how exactly the Warriors will deal with Kuminga, who who is on track to become a restricted free agent next summer barring an extension so far in the 24-2 NBA campaign. Kuminga, who was taken in the first round 7th overall of the NBA draft by the Warriors, is putting up 15.1 points on 43.6% shooting from the field, 4.4 rebounds and 2.0 assists per game. Grade the trade pitch. Warriors land Jimmy Butler by sending out key pieces. Peter O'Keefe. The Golden State Warriors may have made a notable move for Dennis Schroeder in the last week, but the veteran point guard certainly doesn't fulfill the franchise's aspirations of acquiring a legitimate all-star after missing out on Paul George and Lauri Markkanen during the offseason. The Warriors are now most strongly linked to a move for Miami Heat star Jimmy Butler. A blowout 144-93 loss to the Memphis Grizzlies on Thursday has only intensified trade speculation, with Golden State now a paltry 2-9 in their last 11 games. Butler's $48.8 million contract makes it incredibly difficult for the Warriors to execute a trade, though their recent poor form does have many clamoring for significant change. Golden State would have to send out at least 4 players, and they're placed just below the first tax apron also complicates matters significantly. Heat receive Andrew Wiggins, Gary Payton II, Kyle Anderson, 2025 Warriors first round pick, top 4 protected 2028 Warriors first round pick. Would Miami do the deal if the Heat are still looking to remain competitive post Butler? Then getting a 29-year-old Wiggins is quite a nice compliment as a 3-and piece to go alongside Tyler Herro and Bam Adebayo. A couple of first-round picks is also quite lucrative, particularly the 2028 one where Stephen Curry will be 40 and Butler nearly 39. Clearly it will come down to how incentivized Miami are to actually move Butler and what the other deals on the table look like. It's not unimaginable to see them agreeing to this, particularly if they decide they simply have no interest in retaining Butler at the price point he wants moving forward. Would Detroit do the deal as a team with cap space who can take on a contract? The Pistons will likely be a big player ahead of the February 6th deadline. In this deal they earn a second-round pick for taking on Looney, allowing for the trade to become illegal. The only question is whether Detroit could get a better deal. Perhaps they could get a first-round pick for taking on a bad contract elsewhere. If that's the case, they may not be motivated to make this trade, but like the Heat, it's not impossible to see them agreeing. Would the Warriors do the deal? A couple of key aspects to point out here. As part of this proposed trade, Golden State would be taking back nearly $4 million less in the trade money. They would need to then go out and sign an additional 3 players to sufficiently fill out the roster. One of those players would have to be a center, as trading Looney leaves them incredibly depleted in that area. Alternatively, they could trade for one, potentially using Jonathan Kuminga, given it would be unlikely that the Warriors resign both he and Butler to huge contracts come the offseason. As for the trade itself, it's one Golden State may be desperate enough to swing for, given their recent struggles. Wiggins has been one of the few shining lights for them, though, meaning they'll certainly wrestle with the idea of trading him, draft assets and additional rotation players for a 35-year-old Butler. Perhaps it's not a trade the Warriors would pull the trigger on tomorrow, but it is one that will come further into calculations if their slide continues and they put up more performances like that of Thursday. NSD. The Grizzlies' many fans simply want to see a proven playoff star alongside Curry, and this trade would certainly provide that, as Butler recently outlined his still very high capability with the 35.19 rebound 10 assists performance earlier in the week. And you fan, what do you think of the situation of Jimmy Butler? Leave your opinion in the comments.